It's time for another Algebra 2 Regents quick question walkthrough. And this one says, the algebra teacher's students wanted to study extra hard for their midterms. They made a plan to study 30 minutes the first day and then increase the length of time they studied by 15 minutes each day. If they continue the study plan, which formula would not be appropriate to determine the length of time in either minutes or hours that they would study on the nth day? So looking at this problem, I could see that it's definitely some type of a sequence, and we have a formula that we need to find that would model it. I think I'm first just going to write off to the side a couple things that I noticed that are happening. The first thing is that clearly on day 1, they're studying 30 minutes. Another way to say that could be a half an hour. And then every day they're going to add 15 minutes. Or another way to say that would be adding 0.25 of an hour every day. So on day 2, we have the 30 plus the 15, or we have 0.5 plus the 0.25. Then on day 3, I'm having day 2 plus the extra 15 minutes, or another way to say that would be day 2 plus another 0.25 of an hour. Another way to say A3 would have been to have said 30 plus 15 plus 15. That means we've done that 2 times. So I'm going to write down what it looks like my days are going to be coming out to. A1, I'm studying for 30 minutes. A2, I'm studying for 30 plus 15 minutes, which equals 45 minutes. A3, I'm going to be studying the 45 minutes plus an additional 15 minutes. A4, I'm going to be studying for, that equals 60 minutes plus the 15 minutes, which is going to be 75 minutes. So I'm going to look at answer number 1, and I'm going to see if it's following the pattern that I've figured out. Number 1 is saying AN equals 15 plus 15N. That means on day 1, it's going to be 15 plus 15 times 1, which is 30 minutes. A2 is going to be 15 plus 15 times 2, which is going to be 45 minutes. A3 is going to be 15 plus 15 times 3, which is going to be 60. It does appear that this is following our pattern and would be appropriate, which means it is not going to be the answer I'm choosing for what would not be appropriate. Next, I'm going to look at number 2, and number 2 is saying A1 equals 0.5. So this one must be in the hour format, and we are studying a half an hour on day 1. Let's see what happens on day 2. According to their formula, A2 would be the same as A2 minus 1, which is A1, plus 0.25. That would equal out to be 0.5 plus 0.25. It would be 0.75, or 3/4 of an hour, which would be the 45. Let's try my A3. A3 is saying it will be A2 plus another 1/4 of an hour, which would be the 0.75 plus the 0.25, which would be 1 hour, which is equivalent to our 60 minutes. So that is also working out. So I'm going to cross that out because that one would be appropriate to use. My third formula I'm given is A to the N, AN. So A1 would be 30 plus 0.25 times 1. I'm already seeing an issue with this because it's saying that on day 1, the algebra teacher students would be starting off with 30.25 It's not really making sense. So even on day one, this does not seem like it's the correct formula. I'm just going to verify by checking the last formula to make certain that that would be correct. Number 4 is saying that I am starting on day one with 30 minutes. That's correct. And A2 then, according to the second half, would be A2 minus 1, or A1 plus 15, which would mean 30 plus 15, which would give me those 45 minutes for the next day. A3 would be A2 plus the 15, which would give me 45 plus 15. This one also seems to check out, giving me the 60 minutes of study time. So that one is appropriate, so I'm going to cross that out. My answer is number 3. And I'm done.